Hey guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my little kitchen. Today I'm sharing with you a recipe which is restaurant inspired. It's chicken korma but made in an air fryer. Mildly spiced, creamy and coconutty, and honestly comes together really quickly. This is my version, and before I tuck into this and tell you guys exactly how it is, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn that bell notification on for all things cooking, and now the taste test. So, perfectly cooked chicken, and I usually serve this up with rice or naan, but today I'm just gonna show you as it is, and here goes. That's got all the flavour of a restaurant inspired korma, the right amount of sweetness, perfectly cooked chicken, and that special korma masala that we added really elevates the dish. I'm going to leave you with this one. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Please try the recipe out, share it with your family and friends, and let me know in the comments below how you find it. Thank you for watching, and now we're going to start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need is 700 grams of chicken breast fillet cubed into medium pieces. Now you can use chicken thigh if you wish, that's entirely up to you. And I know I'm going to get a lot of you asking why 700 grams. 700 because I purchased my meat from Sainsbury's and they have everything pre-packed. So this was 700 grams in weight, so that's what I bought. Now I've got here 35 grams of unsalted cashews, which I've just placed in some hot water for about half an hour. I've got here 45 grams of pre-fried shop bought onions. We're making this a quick curry, so I'm using the pre-fried onions. If you don't have these, then just take a medium onion, slice it finely and just fry it until it's lightly golden brown and just set that aside. And I've got here 1 tablespoon of demerara sugar. I'm using demerara because it's a little bit healthier than refined sugar. You know, you can use normal caster sugar if you want, that's entirely up to you. And 1 tablespoon because I don't like my korma overly sweet. Just adjust the sweetness according to your personal taste and just add more in if you want to. I've got 1 tablespoon of oil here. And I've got 1 frozen piece each of the ginger and garlic cubes. If you don't have these, then just substitute each cube for 1 tablespoon of the paste or puree. Now I've got some spices here. I've got 1 teaspoon of salt and the same of Kashmiri chilli powder, which is going to add a really nice colour and flavour, but not the heat. And I've got 1/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric powder, which is going to add that really nice authentic yellow colour to the dish, which is that restaurant style colour. I've got 1 tablespoon of desiccated coconut. Again, this is personal preference. If you want to add this in, I know some people don't. You don't need to. I like it in there. If you want to add more, that's again entirely up to you guys. You can do that yourself. And I have here an all essential korma masala mix, which we're going to be grinding down to a powder. I've got 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds and cumin seeds, 1/2 teaspoon of fennel seeds and black peppercorns. I've got 1 cinnamon stick roughly the size of my thumb, 4 green cardamom pods and 4 cloves, and just whack them into your food processor and just grind them down to a powder, which should look something like that. I've also got 1 full can of coconut milk, full fat. I use the Blue Dragon brand. So I've been using a lot of different brands when we've been testing this recipe, and this one is by far the best brand out there. I've got here 250 millilitres of water, and you also need 2 disposable foil trays because this is an air fryer recipe, and this recipe will give you 2 portions. So I'm going to go off now and I'm going to first of all blend these whole spices to a powder, and then we'll start cooking. Right, okay, so I've ground my whole spices and I've just added them back into this container, which I normally have to hand because if I fancy a korma, then I've got the spice blend ready to use. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our desiccated coconut and just set that aside because that's not needed until the very end. And now we're going to start cooking. Right, okay, so I've emptied the water from the cashews and just set them aside. I've also opened up my can of coconut milk and I've just mixed it thoroughly, because when you open up a can of coconut milk, the cream is normally at the top and the water is at the bottom, so you want to mix that through properly. And we've set our desiccated coconut to one side. That's for the end when we finish it off, because if you were to add it into this mixture now, what that does is when it starts cooking, that dry coconut absorbs all of that curry, and your sauce is you know, not as runny or liquidy as you want it. It will thicken it up, so hence why we leave it for the end. So all we're going to do now is we're going to add our ingredients into the bowl. So first of all, in with the onions, then the cashews, the ginger and garlic, the oil, the spices, the sugar, the water, and the coconut milk. It's as simple as that. And we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of the Korma masala blend that we made earlier. So 1 teaspoon, another half on top like that. And now we're going to blend this until it's nice and smooth. And that's how it looks once it's done. Okay, so the next step is to equally divide the chicken between 2 disposable trays because we're making 2 portions. And the next step is to just evenly distribute this mixture into our trays. So just pour that straight over. And then just use a spoon and just make sure you move that chicken around in there. There we are. And now we're just going to cover them and seal them tightly with the lids. Now you can make these one after the other if you really wanted to. One portion will quite easily feed 2 people, all depending on the portion size. And if you wanted to make one and keep the other one in the fridge, it will last a couple of days. Right, so these are ready to be cooked. I'm going to do one portion to show you guys. The other one I'm going to pop in the fridge for tomorrow. And I'm going to get my air fryer and just set it up, and then I'll show you what you need to do next. Right, okay, so I've got my air fryer. We're going to preheat this now, first of all, and we're doing that at 200 degrees C. So, right, okay, so the air fryer has preheated and is ready. So I'm just going to gently lower this in. And now we're going to cook this at 200 degrees C. So we're going to set the temperature for 30 minutes. So I'll see you guys back in 30 minutes. You don't need to do anything, and I'll show you how it looks. Right, okay, so the 30-minute timer is up. The korma is ready, and I'm going to take this out and show you exactly how it looks. Right, okay, so just be very careful when you open this because it is really, really hot. Oh, it's amazing, smells amazing. That beautiful colour just around the edges of the lid, and you can tell it's going to be wonderful. Okay, just going to use a spoon. The steam. Whoa, look at that. And I'm just going to take this sauce and I'm just going to add that back in again because I don't want to waste any of that. It's absolutely fantastic. Just pop that to the side like that. And just give everything a mix. Just look at that beautiful, beautiful colour. Fully cooked pieces of chicken in there. And when this cools, just bear in mind that when it does cool down a little or you put it into the fridge, it will thicken up. And all you need to do is just warm it up with a little bit of water and get it to your desired consistency. But that is perfect. And now just to finish off, we're going to take our desiccated coconut and just add that in just like that. And just give it a mix. Again, if you wanted to add more coconut into this, go ahead and do it. And there you have it, guys. My restaurant inspired chicken korma in an air fryer, ready in 30 minutes. Let me plate this up and show you guys exactly how it looks.